is a special presentation of the NBC Sports Network.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Schlanger, joined today by the coach Ben Howland, and Christmas is now in the rearview mirror, and we're almost to that point where the non-conference college basketball season is also almost over. And coach, when you take the temperature of a team at this transitional point in a season, what do you want to see from your club? Wake Forest coached by Danny Manning, who has all the accolades you could possibly ask for as a player, but he's in his first year as the head coach here at Wake Forest.
VCU eliminated Richmond in the quarterfinals of the A-10 tournament last year here at the Barclays Center, and they lead by 1 this afternoon in the rematch. Steve Schlanger, Dallin Cup, halftime here in Brooklyn, and at the top of the show, we talked about VCU's guard, Melvin Johnson, how he could have an impact on this game, and boy, has he delivered. All of his 15 points coming from three-point range. A beautiful evening high up in the Caucasus Mountains. We're at the Laura Biathlon Stadium for the longest and the oldest of the Olympic biathlon competitions. It is the men's 20K individual. Hi and welcome everyone. I'm Steve Schlanger along with the former U.S. biathlon team member Chad Salmela. And the top story here tonight, the 40-year-old Norwegian legend Ole Einar Bjorndalen, who with a medal of any kind becomes the most decorated Winter Olympian of all time.
They call it the show here in San Diego. It's the Aztec student section, and they are as animated, as colorful as any student section in all of college basketball. Steve Fisher, in his 20th season as an NCAA head coach, his 13th year at San Diego State, the longest tenured coach in the Mountain West Conference. And Mountain West basketball on the NBC Sports Network is brought to you by eHarmony.com, where first dates have a better chance of becoming something more. And how about this very small four-guard lineup that Fisher comes out with?
Yeah, San Diego State going small. Xavier Thames will be watching. He has to run that point guard position for the Aztecs.
Dave Rice, meantime, in his first year, in his first ever head coaching job at his alma mater, where he was part of the 1990 National Championship team at UNLV. An electric atmosphere inside the Viejas Arena, a March feeling in mid-January. Xavier Thames quickly slicing to the rack, and it's pulled down by Bryce Masamba of UNLV.
Thames needs to convert, though. Steve Fisher told us yesterday that Thames has been his most pleasant surprise. His decision-making outstanding for a first-year guy.
San Diego State off to their second-best start in school history. UNLV, meantime, their best start in 2 decades since the glory years of the early 90s. 12 to shoot. Oscar Belfield, really the ignition for this offense. And the rebound by Jamal Franklin, who's been coming off the bench the majority of the season, but now getting some starts in the last couple of weeks. And it is Chase Tapley who opens the scoring for San Diego State.
Tapley so confident, been shooting over 50% all year long.
Kept in by Franklin. Now Tapley, the leading scorer, can score off the dribble, a 3-year starter, really so versatile in what he can do offensively in the different ways he can create his own shot. UNLV, tremendous with their perimeter defense. Going to make it very difficult for San Diego State. And a traveling call against Jamal Franklin.
TJ Klein, blocked by Mo Alley Cox.
That's a bad man.
Melvin Johnson for the 3.
That's the type of ball they want to play. Suffocating defense, they get a block, it ignites it. Good transition look for your best shooter. That was almost over and back by Jones.
And Kendall Anthony is going to settle things down here. It's a 2-point game just over the midpoint of the first half.
That's a senior leader right there. Not force a bad position, pull it out, take some time.
Chandre Jones.
Great possession, great response by the Spiders.
Had 22 points in one of the earlier meetings between these two schools. Melvin Johnson, a deep 3.
Melvin Johnson showing up. We talked about him in the open. He's going to have to knock down shots. Well, once he gets going, as he said to me yesterday, when I'm shooting with a clear head, I'm tough to stop. He's pretty clear right now. His ball's going down.
TJ Klein lost it. And VCU comes away. Travion Graham inside.
Great basketball IQ. Slips the screen. No weak side help there. And you can get some slips against this 2-3 matchup zone because they don't communicate the switches all the time.
Terry Allen on the other end.
Transition defense. I mean, the Spiders have done a great job of getting out and scoring before VCU's D is even set.
Remember, both teams started slow. They have picked up the pace here in the last several minutes. Jaquan Lewis this time. And Trey Davis, no question, is going to be called for the offensive foul on that one.
Yeah, shoulder down. He was almost cradling like a running back right there. Chris Mooney's upset, but I don't think you have much of an argument there.
DeMarco Murray's getting all that money. I can do it too.
See Lewis come up, take it, just that little look away, gets the defender to freeze just a second, kicks it in the corner. Now, you don't want to guard me. I'll put it up from NBA range up the jab step.
A guy who originally signed with Miami, very good long-range shooter. Had 10 points in the last meeting with Richmond. A one-point game with just over 8 to play here in the first half. Winner faces Davidson tomorrow in the semis. Shot clock at 8. Gotta hurry. Doug Brooks for a 3. Wow.
When Doug Brooks is knocking down contested 24-footers, you could be in trouble. Now, he shoots at 37% on the year. He's a good shooter, don't get me wrong, but that was a tough, tough shot.
VCU 44% from beyond the arc right now. And a foul on Larrier. Now, neither team in the bonus as of yet, but VCU starting to click from downtown. Doug Brooks hits his first triple, and the Rams have the 2-point edge. You can pretty much pick your subway line and get off right in front of the Barclays Center for quarterfinal Friday in the A10 tournament, where VCU is hitting from downtown.
Yeah, this team has really struggled to shoot. We mentioned it already, 30% yesterday against Fordham. But the dam is broken, as Shaka Smart said. When it starts to rain, it'll come quickly. They've got 3 straight threes and starting 1 for 6. When this team knocks down triples against that 2-3 kind of switching zone, they're going to be really, really tough to guard.
Started 1 for 6 from three-point range and have made their last 3 in a row. Now both teams with the measured, deliberate start, but now we're seeing three-point shots go down. We're seeing transition baskets as well. These teams are running, really getting into the flow of this game as we're just over 7 minutes from halftime.
And it's a rivalry game. You know, you're really geeked up to win this, and VCU, mind you, is coming off that extra day when they had to play a game. You know, Richmond's coming in here fresh, so they have a little bit of that advantage, but you don't see anything really translating that way yet. But we'll see when we get late in the game. That's when we really can notice.
Kendall Anthony kicking it out. Chandre Jones for 3.
Great pass by Kendall Anthony. Great vision. Looks like Scooney Penn back in the day, working the baseline, kicking it to his teammates.
Ten lead changes already here in this first half. Shot clock at 7. Doug Brooks. Everybody living in three-point land right now.
That was weird. Chandre Jones, for no reason, ran at the ball. They already had a guy on the ball. He ran at it, leaving Brooks wide open.
TJ Klein. He's got 2 3-point baskets in this first half.
And Kendall Anthony, 2-on-1 with Jones and Allen.
That is a textbook 3-on-1 right there. Drop to the trailer, but now you got to get back in transition. Great job by Chandre Jones.
He leads the break the other way. Klein underneath, and he missed the easy one.
It's the athleticism of VCU getting in your head right there. Klein could have shot fake. Brooks would have flown right by and made the layup.
Tied at 25, coming up on the final 5 here in the first half. VCU settling it down somewhat with both teams going up and down here in the last sequence.
That was a great couple minutes right there. That's a tempo VCU likes to play, though. Richmond can do it as well.
Chandre Jones wasn't even looking, got his hand on the ball. And the shot clock expiring for VCU.
And the Richmond faithful standing up saluting their team right now, because that's a heck of an effort defensively after a really helter-skelter couple possessions. When it slowed down, they got in the half court, they communicated well, got a big stop.
3 turnovers in a row by the Rams here. Now Michael Gilmore, the freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, is going to check in for the first time. 25 apiece. Both teams really shooting well now here in the last several minutes.
There's VCU backed up the last couple possessions. Didn't bring the Heat 94 feet. They're kind of just playing a straight man here. Mismatch. Jaquan Lewis on TJ Klein. They saw it too late.
Backdoor pass, but Deion Taylor could not find the handle. And Alonzo Nelson-Ododa wearing those goggles on the eyes for protective reasons, back in the game with 2 personal fouls. Again, his first game after missing the last 8 because of a broken bone around his eye.
Oh,
and a steal by Trey Davis.
Wow, he just read the passing lane, just sat there like a cornerback, ready to pick it off and take it to the house.
He took off from the Bronx and landed in Brooklyn on that dunk as well.
A man could get up.
And it's a foul on Richmond after the 4th consecutive turnover by VCU.
And Deion Taylor just kind of falling asleep at the wheel there, but see him just laying in the weeds there. There's no pass, it's automatic. Gilmore just caught it and threw it, and Davis threw it down.
A Richmond native, a junior. Now both teams still with a couple of fouls to give here late in this first half. 4:22 remaining and a 2-point Spider lead.
Ref's just trying to clarify who the foul was on there.
And Deion Taylor assessed for Richmond.
Travion Graham has been quiet to this point. 1 for 6, 2 points. He needs to be aggressive too. Continue to look for his shot, looks great for himself and his teammates.
Jaquan Lewis. Trey Davis running again. Kendall Anthony on the reverse.
I mean, they're dominating this game in transition right now. They're getting any shot they want in early offense. VCU's got to be able to get back, communicate, and stop them.
Melvin Johnson buries the 3.
It's the great equalizer in college hoops, and he is really feeling it right now.
Leads all scorers with 9 points. Here's Chandre Jones, kicking it out but losing it. Doug Brooks coming away.
Mooney wants a foul, but that was all ball. If anything, that would have been a jump, but he's got to be more fundamentally sound. Jump stop, pivot, pass it. Don't leave your feet.
Jaquan Lewis, and he traveled. Just over 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. The lead changing hands several times, but at the moment, it's the Spiders by 1. On the way at the half, Dave Briggs and Ron Thompson are back in the studio. They'll talk about Kentucky still in pursuit of the perfect season, but also the quarterfinal classic we had here in our first game. Somehow, some way, number 1 seed Davidson pulled it out over LaSalle.
And you feel so bad for LaSalle. They deserve to win that game. They're up 66-60 with 1:20 to go, and there was a 6-point possession on an and 1-3 after an and 1-2. Unfortunate they could not hold on because I think they deserve that win, but Davidson survives in advance. That's what tournament play is all about, just staying alive.
And they will meet the winner of this game tomorrow in the semifinal round, VCU against Richmond.
And VCU's got to take care of the ball. You know, last 7 trips they've had 5 turnovers. They've started to knock down threes, but they can't turn the ball over. We always talk about them forcing turnovers. They're 7th in the nation in turnover rate, but they're also 7th in the nation in turnover rate in terms of offense, in terms of minimizing their own turnovers.
Kendall Anthony driving, trying to find TJ Klein. It stays with the Spiders, and let's go over to Carolyn.
Yeah, and Steven Dallin Shaka Smart really trying to coach his team up in terms of how to battle the transition on the last time out, and also saying, guys, we don't need to hit a home run every time offensively. Let's pass the ball. Let's get a bucket.
And the transition defense is killing them right now. They have 8 straight fast break points, but points in transition, I probably would say they probably have 20, or 29 or 31 now in transition.
That's TJ Klein. He's got 8 points. 3 different Spiders now with 8 on the game. Melvin Johnson unconscious out high.
That was from Long Island. Wantagh area.
And VCU has made 6 consecutive 3-point shots, as that's a foul on the Rams. It's going to be Jaquan Lewis.
Smart play by Anthony, but tough call. But, I mean, you're going to have to close. I was going to communicate the switch, though, because, again, that was kind of a little rub. But you saw both guys point. Anthony should have jumped out there quicker. Well, you don't think he's going to shoot it from 25, but that was a heat check. He's starting to feel it.
He's 4 of 5 from 3-point range, leads all scorers with 12 points, the only player in double figures right now. And the refs have gone over to the monitor to check out something here. The officials conferring.
They're definitely not questioning if that was a 3 or not. I know that much. He was about 8 feet behind the arc.
They're apparently looking for an elbow that may have been thrown. And we'll get the explanation here momentarily as the officials come over.
Kenny Clark's going to come tell us.
So they're checking for a possible flagrant foul. And a flagrant one, which obviously does not carry the penalty of ejection, just free throws and possession.
Well, you wouldn't think unless we missed something malicious, but I think you would have seen it if it was ever malicious.
Well, nothing there.
I don't know what they're looking at. If that's in fact the play. This is one thing with the reviews. We got to find a way to get through them quicker, because this really does bog down the game, and it's been a great game after the first 4 minutes. Allen, are they talking about? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Mo Alley Cox and Terry Allen would be the only 2, but that's minimal.
Yeah. And if just seeing that, we should be back into play right now. We should be back on the court rolling.
Doesn't look like there's anything there to begin with.
Yeah. And this is, the feed is exactly what the officials are looking at from this.
And nobody else is even close to each other on the floor. It's just those 2 players.
Oh,
maybe there.
Yeah,
okay.
That's, I mean, but again, he's putting his arm up.
So it's TJ Klein that they apparently were checking out.
Everybody clap your hands.
And they're going to say that there is no call. So that's the official decision.
Which is good. I'm glad we at least got to the play. We got to what they were initially seeing, but even that, wasn't much.
Well, the teams can catch their collective breaths. Tied at 31 with just over 2 to play here, and a pretty entertaining first half.
Yeah, minus that first 4 minutes where it was 2-2. Since then, these guys have gotten up and down. They've made big triples. They've played hard, competed, and you expect nothing else in a rivalry game like this, especially one that VCU's yet to win this year. They don't want to get swept for sure.
Kendall Anthony lining up the three.
Defensive breakdown by VCU. No communication. He's left the ball. Anthony wide open.
He had 13 and 22 points in each of the 2 games with VCU this season. He's got 11 so far here today. And a steal by Anthony. Jordan Burgess coming back to try and block, but Anthony guards the ball and lays it in.
He is such a smart player. First, anticipation to get the steal, and then people always say when you're little, how do you play basketball? He's been little his whole life. He knows how to get the shot up, and there he used his body, as you said, shielded away the defender, finished with his left hand.
He's the only Spider in double figures with 13 now. Jaquan Lewis against TJ Klein, and we're going to get a foul.
Good recognition by Lewis on the mismatch there, but here's Kendall Anthony. You can't see it. Jaquan Lewis basically just left Anthony. He followed the other Richmond player to the corner. You see Morley Cox picked off Kendall Anthony going the other way. Using his body, smart play, laying up with left.
Still neither team in the bonus as we approach a minute to play in the first half, and Melvin Johnson. Who does that surprise? He buries another one from 3.
Dam has broken, as Shaka said, for Johnson. They've got to contest harder. They've got to be on him. When he catches it, they have to close out on the 26 feet. I know they don't like doing that in their defense. I know they want to stay compact, but he's dialed in right now, and those are 2 easy looks for him.
All of his 15 points have come from 3-point range. Deion Taylor driving, but blocked. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Jaquan Lewis had it picked from behind. Now Chandre Jones. Gives to Trey Davis, misses. Allen the follow, he couldn't convert.
And Allen wanted to dunk, that's why he couldn't just catch it and finish.
Transition 3 from Larrier. But a whistle and a foul on Deion Taylor on the shot.
Potential big swing right there. This could be a 5-point swing. Richmond should have got at least a 2-pointer, if not a dunk that really would have brought the crowd down here, but check out the foul. Tough to see from that angle, but you did see Larrier, and we were right down the sideline where we're sitting, so you could just see Larrier hit the deck.
His first free throws of the day now coming up. Had 10 yesterday, and now only his 3rd point so far here this afternoon. Chance to give them the lead in the dying seconds of the first half.
It's always critical how you start and finish halves, and this could have been a 5-point swing that shifts the momentum as you head into break. We'll see if Larrier can convert, and maybe Richmond can steal it back with a big play down the other end.
Not unlike some of the swings we saw yesterday in VCU's win over Fordham.
Yeah, that game was up and down as it gets.
And a timeout taken by Richmond. The VCU crowd comes to their feet here at the Barclays Center. The Rams back in front with 23 seconds to go in the half. Dave Briggs and Ron Thompson standing by in the studio for the halftime report. Can Kentucky run the table? It's the question everyone in college basketball has been asking all season long. I know you said yesterday you don't think they're going to do it. On the other hand, I happen to believe that there has not been a team in a long time that presents the sorts of matchup problems that Kentucky does for almost every team they would play in the NCAA tournament. There's almost no weakness that you can exploit.
Well, the one thing they don't do that well is shoot the ball from the outside. So if you get them to take contested twos, you kind of won the battle. And if you have guys bigs that can step away from the basket, you can invert your offense and you can make their big step away and score. You can create some driving lanes. You can play at a slower pace. Those are all things Wisconsin can do.
Yeah,
those are things UVA can do. So we're with a healthy Justin Anderson. We will see, my friend. We will see.
Inverted offense, I don't know. Final seconds of the first half here. Chandre Jones picks it out. Terry Allen throws it up, and he gets the foul.
Fortunate. That was an ugly possession. Ball was all over the place, but they end up getting lucky to step to the line now. A chance to take the lead heading into break.
Mo Alley Cox, his first personal.
Chandre Jones and Kendall Anthony are so tough to guard, but they're just so little They find the little cracks and crevices. They have great change of pace. They've got great vision. And they can knock down shots.
Oh, Terry Allen with 2 free throws, his first of the day. And Deion Taylor as well as Josh Jones coming in for these final seconds for Richmond. And Travion Graham and Jaquan Lewis also coming in from VCU. Missed them both. Travion Graham at the buzzer. VCU on quite a run at the end of the first half. They've made 9 of their last 11 shots and hit 7 of 7 from 3-point range.
And Melvin Johnson, is to thank for a lot of that. He had 5 threes, but they are really shooting the ball well, and we have not seen this from them in weeks.
Let's send you over to Carolyn.
Hey guys, here with Shaka Smart. Shaka, what's your assessment of your play in the first half?
Well, I thought we played with good energy. We got to take care of the basketball. Richmond did a really good job jumping in passing lanes. I think if we can cut down turnovers and be a little bit smarter on our defensive end, we'll put ourselves in great position.
Where do improvements need to be made specifically in terms of transition?
Transition defense or offense?
Defense.
Well, it starts with not turning the ball over. If we give them the ball in a live ball situation, then they're able to break out a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2. So we got to do a better job there.
All right, thanks, Shaka. Steve?
The winner gets Davidson tomorrow in the semifinals. And after 20 here at the Barclays Center, VCU leads Richmond by 1. And now we send you to the college basketball halftime report.